freshers, I just want some quick information. Yeah. So, are you done with your DevOps trainings team, or you came here for or you came here to get an idea of DevOps? Manikanta, you did DevOps. Okay, very good. And others team, just leave your message so that based on the participants, target based on the participants here, I'll what say a fresher, but I have some idea. Very good. To an idea about it, sir. Okay. Yeah. So fresher, all right. I've done DevOps from where, Babu, sir. Okay, good, good. And rest of all team, you're freshers and you just wanted to know about DevOps and you came here. Yes. If yes, I'll do one thing, team. Today I will introduce you to DevOps platform. I'll do some examples hands-on and I'll give you some complete clarity of what exactly is DevOps and where it fits and how we as DevOps engineers should perform our activities in real time. Some examples I'll walk you through and yeah. uh, so that you get a complete idea of what exactly is DevOps, where is it implemented, and all that in detail, team. Okay, because I'm finding some of you as freshers, and some of you are done with your trainings. So to benefit everyone, to make everyone understand the concepts, I'll make this session a bit, theoretical as well as engaging with some hands-on examples, team. All right. Yeah. So my voice is clear, online team. My voice is clear. No challenges, right? Everything's going good. Yes. No. Yes. Clear. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm finding 54 participants in the session today, but finding only few of you responding back in the chat. What happened, guys? Others, what happened? Are you in what's the weekend mood? Yeah, I'll share my screen. Just give me a minute, team. I'll share my screen so that we can continue. Yeah, friends. So yeah, others. What happened, guys? Others, all of us. Uh, please make sure you're active and actively interacting with me in the chat window so that we'll have some good discussion today about DevOps and cloud and artificial intelligence. Okay, let's cover these three areas where I'll give you some overview, theoretical overview, as well as I'll walk you through some hands-on overview too over these concepts, team. Okay, so I appreciate, first things first, I appreciate all of you guys for making your time and reaching this session because yeah, even though it's a weekend and early the morning, all of you made your time to attend this session. So definitely, I promise, I assure you that you're going to gain something out of this session today. You're going to get some deeper insights about this session for sure, team. Okay, so let's continue with our discussion, friends. And yeah, we're good to go. So coming to DevOps, what exactly is DevOps and where we implement DevOps in in real time? First, let's understand what exactly is this term called DevOps and why there is a huge buzz around DevOps and why organizations are recruiting individuals who got DevOps knowledge on a large scale, right? And what is cloud computing, where cloud actually fits in. All these, let's get some quick idea of. Followed by that, I'll walk you through some hands-on examples too, and even artificial intelligence. Now, the skill set of the decade that everyone should possess is artificial intelligence. So, what is artificial intelligence, and how it benefits us if we rely on artificial intelligence? All these activities we try to perform. We try to discuss in this session today, team. Okay. Yeah, Vivek, your message is visible, Vivek. So, hello, sir. Did you send any message before? Well. I got messages from Shravya, Ayesha, Siddharth, Manikanta, Janardhan, Siddharth, Sonu Kumar, Anil Kumar. and yeah, Shraddhanjali, Rajshekhar, and Shubhangi. Yeah, I'm pursuing AWS DevOps from Raham sir. I do have tech support experience, but do not have a AWS or DevOps experience. But from one last month, I updated my profile with DevOps on Naukri, but not getting much calls. What can I do? That's what, dear friend. You got to add artificial intelligence skill set too. And one of the mistakes that students are doing when they're uploading their resumes is just taking some template out of from the internet and making some changes and pushing it to the what's the social media platform, sorry, I mean job platforms, but that doesn't work. We got to what's it, put some effort in our resumes, do a plagiarism check, and add only resolutions that are compatible to our what's say to the actual job market. So yeah, towards the end I'll talk about that, Akshay. Okay, give me some time towards the end with artificial intelligence, how we can what say enhance our skill set, and how we, when we add AI to our skill set, how we are what say making ourselves available to the job market to get considered our profile. All that we'll see in our discussion today. Yeah, team. So let's get started, friends. So now coming to DevOps, uh, the main goal of you as a DevOps engineer when you join an organization is to fulfill the business goals of a software company. Remember, whenever you join or you're taking the position of a DevOps engineer, you got to fulfill the business goals of your software companies. And what are the business goals of software companies if we try to understand? The business goals of software companies, software organizations are to deliver a software product to the client faster, ensuring higher quality with a cost optimization or lesser spending, and reduced outages. So what are these four what are these four business needs? To understand in layman terms, let's say, friends, for example, let me go to draw.io once. Yeah, so over here, say you're working for some software organization. Let's say you are a part of a software company called Trident Software Solutions. Yeah, you are a DevOps engineer and you are a part of some software company called Trident Software Solutions. You got to develop and deliver a product to a client. Let's say the client is, let's say, the client Sinopec Banking. Yeah, there's a client, Sinopec Banking, banking firm. You got to develop a software and deliver a software to this client. Okay. And now, when you are a part of a software organization, you got to fulfill the goals of a software organization in their software development to delivery of the, in their software development to release for the client. Now, the software companies, in order to develop and release a software to the client, they follow they got to follow some what we call rules, or they got to fulfill some business goals, which are continuous delivery of a software, ensuring higher quality, and they got to get a cost effective solution, and finally reduced outages. These are the four principles that every software organization should fulfill in order to develop a software and deliver a software to the client. And as a DevOps engineer, when you're taking charge of developing and releasing a software to the client, when you're being a part of that CI/CD process, continuous integration and continuous delivery process, these are the these are the factors that you should consider when building a solution to develop a software and release a software to your client. Yeah, team. So now let's put it this way: Zomato, Swiggy, what are the business goals of those companies? Their goal is to deliver food to the customers in time, ensuring quality packaging. What is the what's the business goal of Amazon or Flipkart? Their goal is to deliver items to the customers, the ordered items to the customers without any wreckage, and within the given time they got to deliver the products that we order. That is the goal of their line of business. Now, coming to hospitals, their goal is to treat patients well. Yep, and make sure that patients are getting treated well, and they're what's they getting cured from all the ailments with which they visited the hospital. Banking firms, their goal is to offer better services to customers, right? So this way, every business of any domain you take, every business got some goals, and all those businesses strive to achieve the goals. Now, you as a DevOps engineer, when you're joining an organization, you got to fulfill the business goals of a software company, which are these. Yeah, deliver a product to the client faster, ensuring higher quality with cost effective solutions and reduced outages. Meaning, now say friends, Sinopec Banking here, in order to develop a software for them, they invested a lot in the software company. Yeah, they invested a lot. Let's say some in Indian terms, let's say they invested some 50 lakh rupees. Okay. Now, Trident Software should develop a complete software and deliver the whole product to the client, within some given time. Now, here, when you are developing software, meaning when you are being a part of this software development to release process, first things first, you got to ensure that you are delivering a product to the client faster. That's important. Second thing, higher quality. You got to deliver a quality product only. It's not just the case that when we say continuous delivery, deliver anything to the client. No, we got to deliver a quality product, meaning you got to test it, review it, scrutinize it, and finally, once you ensure everything is good, then only release it to the client. Followed by that cost effective solution, meaning now when this firm, they're investing money for their software around some 50 lakhs. Now, should we spend all that amount to the what's a client's application? Means no, because no business runs without doing profits. Every business runs on the mantra do profits. So without doing profits, no business, no business owner or no business of any domain, they try to get into the market. Now, as a software company, we want to do profits. We want to get benefited out of the client's projects. So that's where now, out of this 50 lakh investment from the client, maybe I spend only some 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs, and rest of all is my profit. So now what should I do when I in this process of software development to release, what and are all the activities that I involve, or what and are all the activities that I perform to create a pipeline, to create servers, and use tools and so on and on. I have to identify a cost effective solution. I should spend less on the tools, I should spend less on the manpower, I should spend lesser over the operating systems and so on, infrastructure and so on. I got to spend less to benefit my software company, because if you spend all the investment of your client, what is the point of you getting you doing a business when you're not making any profits? So thereby we got to identify cost effective solutions. That's important. And finally, reduce outages, meaning once you delivered a software to the client, let's say this is the what's a application software that we delivered to the client. Once we delivered the product to the client, we got to ensure that the application of the client is always running. Yeah, the application software of the client is always running. That we got to ensure. Because now, say, friends, if this software is dead or if the software is not working fine, then obviously the client is losing his business, isn't it? Obviously, the client is running out of his business because of his application outage. And second challenge is, if the client, let's say here, Sinopec Banking is, having another competitor, which is, let's say some First Gulf Bank. Yeah, there is another bank called First Gulf Bank. These two banking firms are competing with one another. Now, what's happening if Sinopec Bank's applications are down? Obviously, First Gulf Bank, they're doing better business, because all the customers of Sinopec Banking, they are now leaving that banking firm, and they're getting their accounts created with the much more better bank, or what say, the bank that is offering them better services, right? So thereby applications, once you develop and release them, you got not just to what say, deliver and leave. You should also ensure that the applications at the client level are running all the time. Yeah, team. So these are the goals that we should fulfill when we are joining an organization as a DevOps engineer. Deliver a software to the client faster, ensuring higher quality, and get a cost effective solution, as well as make sure that once you deliver a software to the client, your job is not over. You should ensure that the applications that you released are running all the time. Okay, because software applications tend to fail, team. Software applications, like say for example, we all use phone pay, Paytm, Google Pay, various applications we are using, but at times we find those applications failing. When they fail, what's happening? Now let's say I'm a huge fanboy of phone pay, and one fine day when I'm trying to do a transaction with phone pay, it failed. I don't wait until the point PhonePe gets back to normal. Immediately, I'm switching to other platforms like Paytm or Google Pay and getting my transaction done via that platform. Right, team? So, because now in the current day scenario, no customer or client is having enough patience to wait for a software and to get it back running and then do their transactions or do their activities. Say, for example, I want to purchase a laptop. I'm going to Amazon.in and say, team, this I want to purchase this laptop, but Amazon's website is dead. Just assume. But I need this laptop so badly. Thereby, what's happening? I'm jumping to Flipkart.com and looking for the same laptop, right? And if it is available, I'm purchasing it directly from this platform. Meaning, just because of an application's unavailability, I'm jumping to another platform or the existing what's a client's rival, and I'm purchasing a product from there, right? So that is where, team, that's where we got to ensure that not only develop a software and release it to the client, we should also ensure that we are focusing on the application of the client, ensuring that the application of the client is always running. If it fails, we got to get a reduce we got to reduce that outage time of the software and get the application of our client running back to getting it back to running state within a very short time frame. That is the agenda. That is the main goal of a DevOps engineer. Remember, team, no matter you're done with your trainings or you're willing to get into DevOps platform, every DevOps engineer should try to fulfill the business goals of a software company, which are what say summarized this way: continuous delivery of a software, ensuring higher quality with cost-effective solutions, and reduced outages. Okay, so yeah, questions here. Are we going to cover the use of OpenAI in DevOps in this session? Yes, 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 we do. We're going to cover OpenAI, ChatGPT, and not only that, we cover various tools, team Lakshman. Various tools like we got what's a GitHub Copilot. There is a very interesting what's a tool, GitHub Copilot, which is an AI tool dedicated exclusively for development activities. We learned that, and we are going to touch over what's it, some of the other tools like Eraser.io, which is a platform that helps us in what's it, creating architecture diagrams. Likewise, of course, Copilot is a very good tool. Google Gemini at times, and even what's a even some of the LLM platforms that are available in the market, uh, we use such tools too, team. Okay, I'll cover some of the tools which are related to what's say only development, and some of the tools which are related to what's say enhancing our career, enhancing our resumes, and all that, team. There are various AI tools with which you can what's say improve your resume, what's a profile to get your jobs faster. We'll discuss all of them in this DevOps program, team. Okay, what are the prerequisites for this course? So, Priya, if you're talking about a DevOps course, the prerequisites are you should know Linux concepts, shell scripting, and networking basics. These are the prerequisites. No matter where, what background you're from IT or you're from non-IT. If you hold a valid degree and you want to get into the field of IT, the prerequisites are, to get into DevOps, you should know Linux concepts, shell scripting, and networking basics. That is sufficient. Those are sufficient. You're good to start off your career in, DevOps. Anyways, please stay till the end of the session, team, where I'll cover all, what's it, the discussions about, the DevOps program that I'm taking in the effective tomorrow. Okay, but for today, this session is all about guiding you through some hands-on examples about DevOps, and people who are done already with DevOps. to give them insights about what are the activities that you got to perform, the better activities that you should perform in your real-time platforms. Okay, so now team, now I hope you got some clarity about what say DevOps. As a DevOps engineer, try to fulfill your business goal, the business goals of your software company. Okay, so now if I am a DevOps engineer, I got to make sure that I should deliver a product to my client faster. I got to ensure that I'm delivering a quality product to my client. I should always benefit my software organization by identifying cost effective solutions in this process of software development to release. And next, I should what's ensure that the applications of my client are always running. But just in case if there are any challenges with the client's applications, I got to make sure that I reduce the outage time by adapting some best practices in the delivery process. These are what you got to keep in mind. And next, software development process. If we look at, there are various methods that software organizations adapt in their software development to release process, like waterfall model, spiral model, V model, etc., etc. So a software development model is nothing but a set of phases involved with team. Whatever are the activities that are involved in software development to release, you follow some guidelines to develop and release the software to the client. And here are some of the models available, like waterfall, spiral, V model, and so on and on. Now let's say I want to become a doctor. There is a criteria, a study, that education that I should go through to to become a doctor. I want to become a pilot. Again, there are a set of studies that I go through, and in a sequential manner I should study all those concepts, gain enough expertise, and then I become a pilot. Right, similarly, I want to develop a software and deliver a software to the client. Now these are the different approaches that that we have: waterfall model, spiral model, and so on and on. Now I got to choose. I want to develop a software and deliver a software to the client faster, and I should fulfill all these business goals. Now, which software development model helps me do that? Means there is this software development model called Agile, which is what we adapt in DevOps, and we try to fulfill all the business goals of our software company's team. Okay, we adapt a software development model called Agile because this model helps you fulfilling all the business goals of your software companies. Continuous delivery, higher quality, right? All these activities you can fulfill with not all, at least some of these business goals you can easily manage to fulfill with a software development model called Agile. So what is Agile? If we try to understand again, it's a process of in Agile software development process. What we try to do is we try to develop a software and deliver a software to the client in incremental fashion, meaning not the whole software we develop and release to the client, but we develop and release a software to the client in increments team. Now let's say the Sinopec banking is expecting a software with 100 features. The Sinopec banking firm is expecting 100 features in their software. Now we got to develop and deliver that the software to the client. But now when we adapt a software development model called Agile, what happens is we break that software into multiple segments. Like say, we don't develop the whole software to the client at a time. All their 100 features, we're breaking them into multiple increments team, or multiple modules this way, right? And what we do, we deliver the product to the client in incremental fashion. I mean, understand all the requirements of the client. Now let's say the client wants some 10 features on priority. Later he wants some 10 more features which are not so prioritized, 10 features. So from highest priorities to the least priorities, we break the application software of the client, and what we do, we develop a software in incremental fashion. Yeah, 20 here, and very least priority set of features, 20 features in the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And let's say very least set of prioritized features of 10, the client wants at the end, not immediately. Now we break the software of the client in these multiple segments, and what we do, we start with the priorities of the client. Now let's say the client wants 10 features on priority, then what we do, we develop, test, review, and we deliver only that minimal software to the client. Next, second set of features we develop and deliver to the client. Then the third set of features, fourth set of features. So we are not fulfilling the application software by developing it all to the client, but we are developing and releasing a software to the client in this incremental fashion team. Okay. When we do so, what's happening is the client is getting benefited a lot when we are going by this approach. When we develop and deliver a software to the client in this approach, the client is getting benefited a lot because you're not developing a whole software at a time. You're developing a part of a software and releasing it so that the client starts his business with this minimal software. And if he's facing any challenges, a continuous feedback we collect from the client, and accordingly, we make some corrections to the application software of the client. Right? We're getting continuous feedback on the software that we are releasing it to the client. Right, team? But in traditional approaches, back in the past, we were following some traditional approaches where in traditional way of software development, what we do is we develop an entire software at a time, meaning all the 100 requirements of the client we try to develop all at once, and we try to deliver the whole product to the client at once, which might take 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. We develop a whole software and deliver a whole software to the client at once in a traditional way of software development, which has a lot of challenges, team. Thereby, we are not adapting this approach at all. We are not following this approach of developing a whole software at a time and delivering the whole software to the client in one go. Instead, what we are doing here is in Agile, we are developing a software, understanding we are breaking the software of the client according to the requirements of the client, and we are delivering a software to the client based on the priorities of the client. And once we deliver a minimal viable product to the client, a MVP, what's happening? The client is starting his business with that software, and if he is experimenting if he is encountering any challenges, we are collecting the feedback and we are trying to again continuously look into the issues that he is facing with that minimal product, and we are fixing that. Alongside with that, we are also developing other features and we are delivering the other set of features after a certain time interval. Yeah, team. So this way, agile SDLC process, when we are adapting, we are not developing a whole software to the client at a time, but we are developing a minimal product and delivering it to the client so that client starts his business faster. And in the second iteration, another product. In the third iteration, another product. Fourth iteration, another product. In this way, we are delivering applications to the client. But now, team, now one thing to understand here, the advantage with this approach is client getting to know what is happening with his software within a very short time frame. We're getting constant feedback from the client. And the second advantage is client is getting returns on his investments. Now, say, friends, a client invested 50 lakhs for his software. Now, when we deliver a minimal viable product to the client, now what's happening? The client is starting his business with that software and he is making money from that software, meaning he's getting returns over his investments. Okay, so here, and again, one more advantage is software companies are having adequate amount of time to test the software, release the quality software to the client. At every iteration, we are always committed towards delivering a valuable product to the client. Since client, we are getting feedback directly from the client. Ultimately, the client is getting satisfied with the product that we are releasing. And even though there are challenges, we are constantly reviewing them, collecting feedback from the client, and we always strive to achieve here delivering a quality product to the client. Right, team? So now these are the advantages, but there are a lot of downsides if this entire agile process is not implemented in a proper way. If at all this process is not implemented in a proper way, what happens is delivering a software to the client becomes very much challenging, and releasing products within the given time duration becomes very extremely challenging. So to avoid all the challenges, we are adapting DevOps culture in Agile team. So to speed up the activities and reduce all the challenges in Agile SDLC process, we are bringing forth a culture called DevOps in software development to software release. Yep. So as a DevOps engineer, when you're taking charge of a software development to release activities, what are the best practices that you should adapt to make sure that this entire process happens smoothly and your client is always satisfied? Likewise, you too are satisfied with the products that you're developing and releasing, and everyone's happy in your software organization. Yeah, team, what are the best practices that a DevOps engineer should adapt here? Means, first things first, let's understand the challenges with Agile. So, the challenges with Agile software development are these. As you know, software development or delivery is not a single user task. Software development or software release is not a single user task. There are multiple teams involved, right, team? Like developers, front end, back end. Likewise, we got UI UX developers, test team, build release managers, system administrators, database administrators, project managers. So the entire software development to release process is cluttered with various highly talented professionals in their areas. And all these talented professionals, if all they work together properly, if they coordinate and work together well and good, developing a software and delivering a software to the client becomes extremely easy. But the problem with Agile is, team, we started encountering challenges between these or differences between these teams here. Yeah, like say coordination issues between these teams. When there are coordination challenges arised, what happened is delivering a software to the client became extremely challenging. Yeah, delivering product to the client became extremely challenging. So how do we avoid such challenges? And how do we speed up the process of software development to software release then? One challenge identified in Agile is, no proper connectivity between the teams. Now, how do we address the challenge? Next, second challenge identified is something like this. An application software developed by a developer, it is working fine for him, but the same software when deployed to QA, it's not working fine. The same software when delivered to production, it is not working for some of the clients, and for some of the clients, it's working absolutely fine. Meaning, an application software not behaving the same across all the platforms. This is one more challenge that led, agile software development into challenge sorry agile software development into a challenging task. One challenge is no proper connectivity between the teams, thereby delivering a software to the client became extremely difficult. Second challenge is, even though a software is developed, it is behaving entirely different across various platforms. So how do we address these challenges, and how do we make sure that we fulfill the goal of software development releases faster? Means that is where we got this concept of DevOps team. That's where we got the concept of DevOps. With DevOps, what we try to do is we try to address all the challenges that we're facing in Agile SDLC process. The main goal of DevOps is to reduce the time that is involved in software development to release, and focus on fulfilling the business goals of a software company, like continuous delivery, ensuring higher quality with cost optimization or lesser spending, and reduced outages. Yeah, team. So when we adapt DevOps, the main goal of us is to fulfill all the business goals of the software company, and at the same time we got to make sure that we fulfill the we fulfill the motive of Agile. Agile software development is all about delivering softwares to the client in time, ensuring quality. But due to some challenges, we are unable to fulfill the goal of Agile, like say coordination challenges, and environment challenges where the application is not behaving the same across all platforms. So how do we address these challenges? Means by adapting DevOps culture team. So DevOps is nothing but it's a process. Remember, it's not a technology team like database technology or maybe networking. DevOps is not a technology, friends. It's a process or it's a culture that we adapt in software development to software release. So you future DevOps engineers, you got to have a pretty good understanding of how software applications are developed, how they are tested, reviewed, and how they are delivered to the client. You should have a complete bird's eye view of an entire software development process workflow. Okay, so the very first thing when you join an organization you got to do is identify what approach your organizations are following. Second thing, get a complete understanding of a software workflow in that organization and add your skill set over there to what's the speed that process up and to fulfill the goal of to speed the process and deliver the product to the clients faster, ensuring quality. You're learning hell lot of tools in DevOps like Git and GitHub, Maven, Nexus, Tomcat, SonarQube, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform, Prometheus, Grafana, Python, and so on and on. There are a hell lot of tools that you learn in DevOps, but the thing is, it's not a technology team. DevOps is not a technology. Thereby, the tools that you adapt, how should I apply those tools in my real-time project to speed up that process of software development to software release? How should I furnish or how should I leverage my skill set over the existing project on the challenges with that project? That is how you should learn DevOps. Okay, learning tools and learning the concepts is not sufficient. You should understand the motive, the idea behind DevOps. Why is this skill set we are acquiring? What should I achieve with this skill set? With that mindset you should learn DevOps team. Okay, that's where DevOps is not pertained only to IT professionals. It's not pertained only that what say software professionals only should learn DevOps. Nothing as such. If you have a good leadership quality, if you have what's a pretty good understanding over managing activities, you are welcome to DevOps world. Okay, that's where we say DevOps is not just a profile for what's say IT professionals or computer science students. Anybody can do DevOps. Understand the concept of DevOps here. DevOps is all about fulfilling the goal of software development to software release. We should reduce the time that is involved in software development to software release and ensure that once we deliver a software to the client, we have to ensure that the application of the client is always working. You are working in an organization to fulfill all these business goals. DevOps is all about that team. Okay. And now to speed up the process that's involved in software development to release, to avoid all the challenges in what's the agile SDLC process, we bring forth automations, communications, and collaborations in a software development to release workflow team. Okay. Now, if you observe here, if you observe DevOps, whenever we type DevOps, we get this infinite diagram, right? So in this infinite diagram, you find 8 stages. 8 stages, which are the stages in SDLC process and post SDLC process. So here, team, let's have a look. If you observe this, uh, if you observe this infinite logo, the very first stage of any project begins with proper planning. Next, coding, where developers, not us, not DevOps engineers, where a team of developers they write code. Followed by that, we as DevOps engineers we take charge from this position, from this level team, build level. There is a proper planning involved where what software to develop, everything is planned and assigned to developers. Developers write code. Followed by that, we start off performing a build activity. We create a package, a software package, and then we perform some test activities. Then we release that application into we plan a release to deploy the application into some test environment, test the application, review it, and finally deliver it to the client, and then operate that application, ensure that the application is working fine, and enable continuous monitoring over that application. Yeah, team, enable continuous monitoring over that application that we deliver to the client. This is all for one increment. This entire infinite, all these steps we do for the first increment. After that, again, second increment begins. In the second set of priorities, what are given by the client, there's a proper planning done, and the plan is assigned to a developers. Developers got to work on that second increment all the backlogs in the second increment. Again, we build the product, test it, release it, deploy it, operate and monitor the second increment of the client. And again, we continue the same process for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and so on until we finish all the increments or all the what's a sprints of the client. And team, over here, if you observe, there are a lot of activities that are repetitive in nature. For the first increment, you did the same process. And for the second, you do the same process. For the third increment, you do the same process, and so on. Thereby, there are a lot of activities in DevOps that are continuous in nature. You got to do them continuously over and over and over again. So when there are a lot of repetitive activities, what to do? We got to rely on automation so that our job becomes easier. Like say, friends, for example, I want to set an alarm to to wake up in the morning 4 o'clock, because let's say my flight is 6 o'clock. I got to wake up at 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. in the morning. Now, what am I doing? Let's say I scheduled an alarm in my mobile phone for tomorrow, right? But let's say I got to wake up every day 4 o'clock. Then what am I doing? I don't go every night when I sleep, go set an alarm for 4 o'clock. Instead, what I do, I go to my mobile application, open that alarm, and select all the dates, all the days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As I'm selecting all the days and saying 6 o'clock, sorry, 4 o'clock, wake me up. That's it. You set an alarm, for 5 days once, and that's it. The alarm is going to ring for the next 5 days, right? Meaning you automated the process, which is repetitive in nature. If you were to set an alarm every day, let's say you take your mobile phone, you set an alarm tonight. Again, the next night, you go to open the application, again, you set an alarm. Thereby, what's happening if you skip one day of not setting an alarm, your day is ruined, right? You're not waking up in time and your day is spoiled. That's where now, when it comes to repetitive tasks, team, there is a possibility that we might skip doing some activities which are to be done. That's where if you rely on automation, an automation program will take care of doing things, even though you are present or not present. Automation just keeps doing its, doing the tasks automatically without your intervention. Next, collaboration. Collaboration is also very important, meaning the tools that we work in our DevOps journey. If we look at a workflow, the workflow of DevOps, the application traverses from one platform to various platforms and finally reach the client. An application that is developed by developers traverses across various platforms like test teams testing the application, UAT, user acceptance testing happens. Likewise, the application is again scrutinized by developers. There are various teams involved who are playing around with this application, and ultimately that application gets delivered to the production environment. So there should be a proper coordination between all these teams. You got to enable proper collaboration between all the teams involved in this workflow to deliver a product to the client faster. Collaborations are quite important. And finally, communications team. Yeah, DevOps is all about inducing these best practices in Agile, which are nothing but enabling automations, collaborations between the tools, and communication between the teams involved in DevOps. Yeah, communications are important, quite important. So communications we got to enable, and we should know what is the outcome of an automated program. Just a quick example, team. I will jump to my AWS account once. Just to show you a quick example, let's go to AWS once. I got a server here. Let me get it up and running. Just a second, guys. Uh, Instance state. Let me stop this guy here and get this. Yeah, get this guy up and running. So let's go and select this server here, instance state, start instance. So just to show you a quick example of how automations actually work and how communications are crucial, I'll just give an example here, and then we'll dive into the other discussions too, team. Okay. Online, are we following, friends? Yes, no? Are we following, team? Online, my voice is clear, right? Any of the students here who are my existing students? I mean, who are part of my trainings? Anyone here? Oh, Shravya. Oh, all right, Shravya. And others, team? Anyone here? Okay. My students, I'm saying you're a new student. Okay, fine, Vivek, fine. All right. So let's jump in here, team. Connect. I'm connecting to a server just to give you a quick idea about what's some quick example. Over here, let's see. Establishing connection. Let me close this guy. Not required. Not required. All right. Yeah, fine, guys. So I got connected to a server here, and I'm going to run a command java-jar jenkins.var. Let's hit enter. And there is a Jenkins application up and running here. Let's go connect to it. All right, all right, all right. Public IP colon 8080. Yeah. So team, let's assume that what's say I'm a DevOps engineer, and some of you are what's say a part of the project. You want to know what is happening in a project. I mean, whatever what is happening in Jenkins, you want to get notified. Let me log in here. So I'm logging into this Jenkins application. So wow, it's taking time. Not sure if the servers are in weekend mode or what. So the application's running fine. Okay. Well, Shravya, you got to open those ports too, Shravya. If you're running on other ports, 8081 is make sure that no other applications are running on that port. That's important. Okay. So have a look, team. So let's do a quick example today. My entire screen is shared with all of you. Yes, I believe. Okay, perfect, team. Perfect. So no, Akshay, Jenkins is what say a CI/CD tool, continuous integration and delivery tool. Okay. So today, guys, let's jump to what say Visual Studio Code. Since I'm playing the role of a developer, I'm playing the role of a DevOps engineer and QA too. Okay, just with this quick example, I want to walk you through. So have a look, team. Here I'm going to create a project. Let me go create some project. How I got this GitHub Copilot tool installed in my Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to ask Copilot to create me a project. Okay, a HTML project in which what's a HTML project in which I want some content to be added. Okay, for now, just have a look, team. I'm saying /new, and here I'm going to raise a query, something like this. Write us, or let's say, create a website, create a website for or let's put it this way, create a website for a school. Okay, something like that. Let's raise this query, and now have a look, team. Okay, you can find here there is there is the school website created. Okay, you can find what happened. There is, I mean, this AI tool, GitHub Copilot, created, an entire website for us. All I do is just click Create Workspace, and now I got to save it. So I'm selecting my desktop and a new folder here, school website, selecting it as parent folder. And into that folder, now what's happening? All these files are added. So if we go to the desktop, now here we should find a new folder which holds a school website. Let's refresh and find out. So Tarun, no problem, Tarun. We will try to. We'll upload this session to Google Drive. Sorry, YouTube, Tarun. So I believe you can avail what's say the recorded session from there. I understand. Understand. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, fine, team. So let's find out. There is a school website created by an AI tool. I did nothing here. I did nothing. I didn't write even a single snippet of code. Everything is managed and done by what say my AI tool. So over here, if we would you like to open? Let me just go with I will talk about that in our regular classes, Shiva. So just have a look. I went here and now in assets, sorry, in pages, we got index.html. In pages, there we got index.html. So let me go to pages part. And here there is this index.html. Let me open it. Open with, let's say, Google Chrome. Google Chrome. Let me open, what's it, this HTML page. So you can find there is this welcome to my school website. This is the home page of my school website. All rights reserved. Some basic content added. But my requirement is I want some more additional data to be added here. So I'll go to Visual Studio Code and again ask add what's say add what's say information about school about my school or about what's a school in what's a index.html page. So now it's again wow, it's school website source pages create. Yeah, let's go create sorry, it's creating a new file. All right, let's make it done. If you open this page, let's see. I think it's just still getting created. Or let's do it manually, team, because Copilot is not getting us enough information. So what I do is I'll get some information from the internet, like let's go and what say, yeah, let's ask, because Copilot is completely relevant to development activities only. So let's go ask ChatGPT. I want a good introduction to my school. I want a good introduction to my school, and my school what say offers trainings on what say DevOps, AWS, and Azure. Okay, a school or academy or whatever. So we're getting some information here. Let's go and now we are good to copy this information. Welcome to and so on. Let me copy this content and add this content in what say in this document here. Visual Studio Code here. Down below, let me just go to body section here. After that here, oops, what's going on? It's locked. Oh wow. Oh wow, it's locked. About is also locked. Oh, I think I code language not supported or defined. All right, team. So what I do is let me open it with some other platform. Let's go to what's say pages here. Index.html. Let's just go with open with and notepad for now and add stuff over here. So here team paragraph and I'm adding all this info. Let's say slash paragraph, save it. And now if we go and don't save, if we go and open this website again, school website, refresh it. So we got some information added here team. Okay. So now my requirement is I'm publishing this content into GitHub repo and I want to create a project. So let me push this content to GitHub. So just right click over here and new. Sorry, open git bash. Let me open git bash here and yeah, git space in it, git add dot, git commit minus m, let's say first commit, and then I'm going to create a repository at GitHub level. So github.com and I'll put my content over here, new, let's say school web, and description, let's say school website, and let's go create a repository, a public repository. And my intention is to publish all the data of my local server into GitHub. So I'm going to run these commands and let's see. Git push minus u origin main. And here we are asked to sign in to my what's the browser, or I got to add a token. Let me get a token and add the token over here. So over here, team, let me go to what's say settings. I'll go get the token. Just a second. Developer settings. And here, personal access tokens. Oops, sorry. Oops. Personal access tokens classic, and I'm going to generate a new token, generate new token classic, and Oh wow, I got to verify over my mobile phone, multi-factor authentications. Just a second, team. I'm going to confirm the authentication code by opening Git application on my Windows machine. Sorry, on my mobile phone. Well, the token is not yet, sorry, the code is not yet reflected here. Two-factor authentication. I believe it's an authenticator application. Just a second, team. A turn one. Okay. A turn one. Yeah. So authentication code is 704 981. Let's go verify it. Yeah, perfect. So new token. So I'm going to add some of these scopes here. So you get all this information in our regular sessions team. I believe some of you who are done with the trainings, you already know these concepts. Okay, so since it's a quick workshop, not only just giving information, but also we should, what say, teach you some of the concepts. That's where I'm doing this team. Okay, so let me just add all the scopes here. Uh, all right, user read write. Okay, I'm giving all scopes for now, and let's click generate token. So token gets generated. Uh, New token. Okay, new token two. Let's go with new token two and generate a token. Yeah, there is this token generated. I got to copy it, and when I add it over here, now my data gets uploaded from my local machine to GitHub. So the school website is uploaded, team, and it's available over here. Let's go back and back and back here. The project that we created earlier, if we look into that project, so the school website here, we got all the data uploaded over here, right? So now what am I going to do is I'm taking this repository link and I'm jumping to Jenkins. Let me go to Jenkins server once here. I'm going to create a new item, a new job. So this new job is going to get the data from GitHub, sorry, get the data from my school project, and I'm going to add a test case here, which is nothing but test whether in the school website Naresh IT is mentioned or not. Okay, I want to know. Let me go here, add a project, let's say project new school, something like that. Freestyle, click OK. And my agenda or my requirement is to check. A developer constantly develops the product, but my requirement is to check whether there is this keyword called Naresh IT present in the school website or not. If it's present, well and good. If not, cancel this project, or if not, report it back to us. This is a simple task, team, that I want to perform. So over here, I'll go and what say add a build. Sorry, I'll go choose this Git source code management, adding the repository URL here, and credentials none because it's a public repo. Master branch is main branch. By default, the branch name is main. And down below here, team, in build steps, I'm going to add a build step here, execute shell. And the build step is nothing but, I'll add it this way, team. So in the school website, cd to src, cd to pages, there is this file called index.html. In that index.html, do we have what say, do we have Naresh IT mentioned or not? That's what I want to check. So school website source pages, right? So source pages. Okay, fine. So here I'm going to add cd space project new school, or I can read the file directly this way: cat project new school slash project new school. In that source directory pages. So let's go and say projects, sorry, source directory pages directory. There is a file index.html. I want to check grep minus I Naresh IT. Yeah, my school name or my academy name Naresh IT is present or not. I just want to check this, team. Okay, and let's go click save, and let's build this project. Let's find what output do we get here. What output are we going to get here when we build this project? Let's get an idea. So over here, team, I'm building this project, and now In this project, let's say there are various teams involved. When we're working in Agile SDLC process, mostly Agile we implement with a framework called Scrum. And in a Scrum framework, we find various teams involved, like your product owner, your Scrum master, your developers, your QA team, you know, and your operations teams, DevOps engineers. We find all of them added in a Scrum team. Now, everyone should get alerted about the project that we are working with. So currently, some developer is writing code and he's constantly uploading the code into GitHub. Now, there is this Jenkins server. I got to make sure that I run this job to check whether the test cases are getting satisfied for this project or not. And whenever the projects are successful or failed, I want my team to get notified. So thereby, here the project failed though, because it's evident that in the school website we did not add in nowhere there is a keyword Naresh IT. Thereby the project failed. Okay, but the thing is, you got to enable automation over this project as well as you got to enable communications over this project. So for communications part, I'm jumping to this project configuration once, and I already configured a platform called Slack in this project and in this particular project, and I'm going to invoke that Slack channel, or I want Jenkins to shoot out any anything that happens in Jenkins. I want a message to be sent over a Slack platform. So over here, team, let me scroll down a bit, and in post build actions, you find there is a Slack notifications thing. I'm selecting that, and I would say, if at all the project is successful, notify. If the project is aborted, notify me. If at all the project failed and it got back to normal, notify me about that. If the project is failing all the time, notify me. I'm enabling some of the options here, and I'll click save. And now, team, now let's say I got a Slack channel configured for my Jenkins. Now, when I build this project, what happens is people who are part of my Slack channel, whenever there's a build happening at Jenkins, they immediately get notified about this project. If it is successful, we get notified. If it failed, we get notified. If it is aborted, we get notified. And if it is failed after that, there are fixes done and the project is running. Even in that case, we get notified. Let's see, friends. I'm building this project now. And if I open my Slack channel here, I mean, Slack tool here, let's see, friends. What happens is the project is getting failed. When the project gets failed, what happens is we get notified over our Slack platform. Let's see. I think the Slack channel that I configured is not DevOps 03. I believe it's a different workspace. Hmm. It's a different workspace, team. Let me check my mobile ones. So the Slack channel that I configured here is a different one. So I got to go to dashboard. So whenever the project fails, immediately what's happening, you're enabling a proper communication. Of course, there are various platforms though. One is email notifications, send email notifications. But as you know, nowadays, we are adapted more to technology and applications like WhatsApp, stuff like that. So now team, let me just go to this project configuration once. Jenkins is a bit slow today. Public IP colon 8080. Let me open in another window to Jenkins. Yeah, team. So over here, let me. I think I got an update here, team. So no, 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 no. This is Deepali, a new user joined. All right. So add a workspace. Let me add a workspace. Sign into another workspaces. All right. So I think the workspace that I created recently is Naresh IT Technologies. Let me open it. Open Slack. Let me open the Slack channel. Yeah, friends. So have a look here. Yeah, this is the update I'm getting. See, project new school, which we created at 10 o'clock, 10:10. I built the project and what happened? It failed. See, still failing after 0.17 seconds. Let me give you an idea. Again, if I go back to this project once, it's working team. Let me go to the dashboard and again, what I do is, again, I'll perform a build activity. Now, what happens is, if you are a part of my Slack channel, immediately you get alerted. No matter how many, uh, how many students are present in a Slack channel or how many teams are present in a Slack channel, this new project channel, everyone gets alerted about what is happening at Jenkins level. See, friends, again, I'm building this project new school. Now let's observe this Slack platform. See, for the third time, the project failed. At 10:13, I built the project and it failed. Again, I'll go build the project. Again, you find the project getting failed. I'll click it a couple of times and we find, see, Jenkins is shooting messages directly over our Slack platform. Right now, if I got here a team of developers, they get to know why this project is failing. So the project's failing here because we added a test case. In that test case, we wanted to check if there is a keyword called Naresh IT in our web page or not. But what's happening in our web page? There is no keyword by the name Naresh IT. Thereby, the project is failing. Now, what if I change it to something else? Let's see. I want to change. I want to change to a technology. I want to search for the keyword technology in this project. Let's scroll down, team, and here I'm changing grep minus I and technology. Okay, let's click save and let's build this project one more time. Project new school slash source pages and index.html. Source pages index.html. All right, so let's give a try now and find out what happens. Yeah, team, let's give a try now. If I go build the project, now what happens is the project gets successful. Oh wow, it failed for the ninth time. What's the issue? Let's look into console output. There's a keyword technology, right? Then why is it failing? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's taking time, team. Just let's wait for some time. So remember, whenever you're working in an organization, when you're implementing DevOps for software development to release activities, always ensure, team, you're fulfilling these goals of your software company, as well as you're adapting automations, communications, and collaborations. Yeah, you are adapting the best practices of DevOps. Ensure that you're enabling automation so that you don't need to do some tasks repeatedly over and over and over again. Communications are very important, meaning when you leave an automation, you left something automated, but you should know what is the outcome of that automation. Is it getting successful or is it getting failed? So collaborations and communications are quite important, team. In my case, here I used oh wow, it says project new school source pages. Index.html is not available. All right, so let me look into the project new school work directory once. I think it created a separate directory and in which we got this index.html. Let's have a look, team. Assumptions always should avoid. We should go by the facts, right? So let me check what exactly is the workspace created and where is this pages file available in Jenkins. So here, if we go to workspace, our project name is project new school. All right. So in project new school, yeah, we got a source directory, and in that source directory, we got what's a pages directory, and there we have index.html, right? All right. So let's see. So over here, pages, yeah. So project new school source pages. All right. So the problem is in my case, I don't need to add project new schools again because by default Jenkins targets that directory only. So I did that mistake, team, a slight mistake. Let's correct it. So here in this project new school, let me go to configure and wow, still taking a lot of time. Yeah, over here it's good. We got it loaded. So here, team, cat space, you don't need this project new school again, source slash pages index.html. This is fine. Now things work fine, team. Source pages index.html. I want to check for the keyword technology in this project. So when we build the project, now it should work fine. It should work fine. Let's give a try. Yeah, team. So if we build this project now, it should work fine. And when it is up and running, now you get again a Slack update here saying that see project new school 10. For the 10th time, the project was successfully done. Okay. Now I want to automate this project rather than me building it. Whenever a developer does a change, I want this project to get built automatically. Then what we do, we go to the project configurations and we enable something called a GitHub webhook. I'll go to this GitHub project and here in the project settings, I'm going to enable something called a webhook. So here, let's add a webhook for this project, which is nothing but get the public IP address of our Jenkins server. Let's go get the public IP of Jenkins server colon 8080. This is our GitHub hyphen webhook, right? And here context, let's go leave it to application JSON. And here, I don't want any SSL verification, just push the event. And that is it, team. I'm just clicking over add webhook. So a webhook got created, and now I'll go to this project and I'm going to enable for this project. What say? Let me go to the project configuration and enable a concept called GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM polling. There's an option that we enable it. So thereby, what happens whenever a developer makes a change, immediately the project gets built. And if there is a challenge with this project, what's happening? We are immediately alerted over Slack platform. If the project is failed, you get alerted. If the project is successful, you're getting alerted. Let's give a try on this, team. I'll jump here and select this option called GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM polling. Let's click save. And now on, if I go make any change to my project, let's say this is my developer platform, nano index.html, and I want to add some code here in this particular site. I want to add some more data. Like let's say, welcome to Naresh IT. Here at Naresh IT. And here again, join us at Naresh IT. Join us at Naresh IT and take first steps towards mastering skills that are shaping the future of future of technologies. I'm saying for now. Let's go save it. Control O, Control X, and git status. The file is modified. Git add dot, git commit minus m, new commit, and git push. I made a change, team. Now guess what happens? Whenever I make a change, see the project here is getting automatically built. As a developer, I made a change to the project, and the moment I make a change to the project, what's happening? The project is getting automatically built, and here we get the notification that for the 11th time the project was successfully built. All right, again I'm jumping back here as a developer, and I'm making change to this website one more time. Let me just scroll down and over here at Naresh IT, we are dedicated to equipping the next part of generation of tech professionals with the fast-paced digital landscape. Our comprehensive training programs focus on areas like DevOps, AWS, Azure, So stuff like this. Innovative technologies, I'm going to change it to technologies. And here, because I just want to make that project fail and give you an idea how the project, when it fails, what we get. Okay. Are we getting notified or not? Yeah, fine team. So now let's save it. Control O, Control X. I am a developer and git commit dash am new commit, and I'm doing a git push, meaning I keep changing the project, working on it over and over and over again. And whenever I work, what's happening? I enabled automation already over Jenkins. So the code is being pulled based on the change that I did, and the project's getting built. And here I'm getting notified. See, failure after 0.18 seconds. So here you can find this color code too to get an idea. The first time the project failed, second time, third time, fourth time, and here only twice the project was successful. And again, the last, the last build is also failed. What is the reason why it failed? If I want to know who are working on this project, let's say Prashant is working on this project. So I'll ask, hey Prashant, what's wrong? What's the challenge with the project? I'm just checking with my what's a developer what is wrong, why the project is failing, and I get an explanation over here from him. And what are the best practices that we got to adapt then to make the project happen faster, right? Why it's going wrong, we can discuss over here in the Slack platform and get notified about what is going in our project. Yeah, team. Everyone are collaborated here in the Slack platform, your team leads and everyone. So it's easy for you to follow along what's going on in a project and what's going wrong in a project. Yeah, team. So automation's done, communications enabled, collaborations, of course, there are various tools now. Once this website is good, let's say, I want to deploy this website into a Kubernetes cluster. Then what should I do? I got to convert this application or this entire website into a Docker image and then deploy that application into a Kubernetes cluster. After that, I enable continuous monitoring over my website, which is running over a Kubernetes platform. Right? Thereby, I'm getting all the information about my website. What is happening? Is it working fine? Or is it, are we having any challenges? Facing any challenges with the application? All those I scrutinize by adding, monitoring over Kubernetes with what's a Prometheus and Grafana, which are some of the monitoring tools. Right, team? So this is a simple project though, but as we progress, when we conduct more and more workshop sessions in the later time, we'll ensure that we'll give you a complete idea of doing a complete Java based application, let's say a Java based web application for a banking firm. How we develop it, how we break it down into multiple modules, how we develop it, test it, review it, and finally deliver it to the client by enabling all these automations, communications, and collaborations, and fulfilling the goals of our software organization. How we implement a full-fledged DevOps activities is what we're going to learn in the later workshop sessions team. Okay, so now new joiners who joined for the session today here, teams, I want to give you a quick update about what's the program, a DevOps program of mine that is going to what's the start effective Monday. Okay, so effective Monday, we are starting a new course, DevOps, AWS and AI, DevOps, AWS and artificial intelligence. This is the mainstream course, and DevOps, AWS and AI. It's a mainstream course where we are going to teach you all concepts of DevOps and AWS cloud services for DevOps activities and artificial intelligence added too. Okay, we're going to start off with a new batch. This is the new batch, and the batch timings are 9 a.m. to 10:30, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. These are the batch timings. And team, coming to the course, if you want to get started off, no matter you are a fresher or you're a professional, or you're already experienced and but not in IT, or even in IT but you want to transition into DevOps, this course is going to help you a lot, team. Okay, and anyone who are entering into the field of IT, I mean, not DevOps, data science or big data or whatever it is. Remember, team, you got to learn two skill sets. Very, very important. One is Python, and the second is Linux. For DevOps engineers, Linux shell scripting and networking basics are very crucial. That's where we are providing you with free trainings, meaning whoever enrolled to DevOps, AWS, and AI course, we are offering you free trainings on what's a Linux, shell scripting, and networking basics. Yeah, we cover these three concepts, what's say for you for one complete month. And this course too, this particular what's a course too is starting effective Monday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. The timings for this course are 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Meaning you're enrolling to DevOps and you're getting this free trainings on Linux, shell scripting, and networking basics. Meaning for the first 1 month, you're having 2.5 hours of trainings. Okay. From the second month, we completely focus on DevOps and we go with 1.5 hour of trainings only for second and third months. And once you are done with this course, once you are done with the course, we have a placement assistance program. We got a placement assistance program that is going to extend for 1 to 1.5 month. Yeah, that is going to extend again for 1 to 1.5 month, where we teach you some more additional what's say concepts in this placement assistance program, like giving you a complete overview of real-time overviews of DevOps projects with Azure DevOps and multiple cloud platforms and so on. Yeah, and not only that, we'll keep you posted about the jobs what say that are available in your platforms. Like we are given a classroom access, and in that classroom we post all the jobs which you can apply for in the future. Okay, so you can find here, yesterday there is a job posting added to one of the JRP program here, job ready program. So yeah, the mentioned criteria, so this is some organization, they're hiring for what's the DevOps interns. Mostly for freshers, this position works fine. So this way, if there are any job openings, we post them over here and you get notified, alerted, right? And even we guide you in preparing your resumes, and we give you complete overall insights about what's a how to enhance your career and your skill set, how to upload your link, how to update your LinkedIn profiles. All that guidance is given in this during this placement assistance program. Okay, so you're enrolling to one course, DevOps, AWS, and AI. You're getting two add-ons. One is free trainings, and the second is placement assistance program post DevOps course. And team, I'm 100% confident because I'm doing this. Me as a trainer in Naresh IT, I am doing this. I gave free trainings on Linux for 1 month, and even I'm a part of placement assistance program currently. We are this is the second placement assistance program I'm taking, and we finding a lot of students who they're getting benefited with the placement assistance program post their course. Majority of all of them are preparing resumes, but when they're uploading, they're not getting answer. They're not getting any sort of calls. It's all because of you not following some proper guidelines. You what's it, not understanding how the what's the recruitment process actually works. That's the reason. Now we guide you here in this placement assistance program, preparing your resumes, giving you all sort of insights. What you want, you avail it from this placement assistance program. If you're what's it, lacking communication, we'll provide you with communication skill set. If you're lacking any what's the concepts that you learned in your DevOps program, we'll revisit those concepts in your placement assistance program. And ultimately, you're getting full-fledged here for whatever the concepts that you miss in your mainstream course, right? And you're getting job ready here with that placement assistance program that happens for 1 month to 45 days. So there is a placement assistance program that we started the last time. The last month on 19th, a placement assistance program began of mine. And two of them got placed so far. And some of them they're getting calls, but the students they're what's a some of the students are with a mindset, we are not yet ready for the what's the jobs. We got to practice more, stuff like that. That's where we are guiding them with again some projects, and now there is a placement assistance program that is still going on. Yeah, friends. So you're enrolling to one course and you're getting these two benefits. And trust me, I'm the trainer for DevOps, AWS, and AI, and I'm the trainer for these free Linux classes too. And not really sure of post session, post DevOps course is over. Some other trainer or me, we may embark onto this placement assistance program and we guide you further in your career to reach your dream job. Yeah, team. So now coming to DevOps positions, there are the positions are always in demand, but it's us without proper guidance, we are not able to focus or we are not able to grab those opportunities. Let's have a look, team. Here, if we go and search for DevOps AI jobs, there are various jobs. When you to your profile, you're getting more and more job opportunities available for you. Okay, so it's it's always important to add artificial intelligence skill set to your resume, sir. That's where I'm I structured this course teaching you not only DevOps but also artificial intelligence as well as AWS cloud platform too. Right, team? And to make sure that you get the most out of this course, we separated Linux classes as a separate what's a sorry, as a separate batch, so that we have ample amount of time to sit here and explore all the nuances, all the concepts of DevOps, AI, and AWS part, team. Yep. And some of you asked for the fee structure. So the fee structure goes this way. The fee structure is what's say 16,000 for this mainstream course without recorded sessions. It's a 16,000 without recordings. And what's say if you want to avail recorded sessions, it is 21,000, team. 21,000 with recorded sessions. Okay. And you're availing these three benefits for this one course. I have completed my job. Sorry, my graduation in 17. How to go as a fresher or experience? Which one is better to get job? Well, Manikanta, post 2017, have you worked in any of the organizations? I mean, what say? I mean, IT or non-IT, either is fine. So that 45 months, 40. Sorry, 4 to 5 months. My 45 days. I'm sorry, guys. 45 days. My bad. My bad. Non-IT, no problem, Manikanda. You can, what say, with some storytelling, you can relate your non-IT experience as DevOps, and you can go as an experienced professional with at least 2 years of experience as a DevOps engineer. Okay, so total duration of this main course is 90 days, team, 3 months. Okay, and placement assistance program is totally out of the box. It's not included in this 3 months of course, right? So the total course duration is 3 months. Okay, and after that you're going to have what's a placement assistance program. So anyways, including all Linux sessions and DevOps classes and all, you definitely get 100 plus sessions from this course, team. 100 plus sessions you're going to get. Okay, yeah, questions. For experienced, it depends, Akshay. I mean, if you're adding 2 plus years of experience, recently one of the guy he cracked his he cracked an interview and he got a pay scale of 14 LPA. The job is in Hyderabad, and there is another guy with the same 2 years of experience. When he applied for a job in Bangalore, he got 16 LPA. It depends from region to region. It's the pay scale do change. When you go with 3 plus or 4 plus or 5 years of experience, you can easily avail you can easily avail 20 lakhs per annum and higher, right? And I'm actively searching for DevOps job. Can you suggest some AI tools for DevOps engineer to mention in resume? So Sonu Kumar, the thing is, make sure that when you prepare your resumes, go with one page resume. Don't create resumes which are dumped with hell lot of data, right? Like we're finding some of the DevOps resumes where people are adding key deliverables and they're adding all whatever the courses in Amirpet institutions teach. They're adding dumping all of that info over there. right? Like say having enough expertise in web server like Apache, to having great exposure in Linux operating systems, having very great exposure in so and so. All that stuff is not required. Make sure that you prepare your resume, consolidate it to one page, or if you have more experiences, hardly make it to 2 pages, and score your resume. There are resume scorers available, score checkers. Just check how your resume is getting scored by these by these tools here. If your resume gets a good score, something similar to what say we have these credit scores, right? If you got your CIBIL score greater than 700, you're getting loan offers. Your CIBIL score is less than 700, you're not availing any EMIs. The same way, now you got to score your resume, identify in what are the best parts of your resume, what is the worst part of your resume, work on it, and remove all the unnecessary keywords. Spelling checks, likewise, font. What font are you using? These are the basic stuff that we got to focus at, team. Okay, we always focus at the resolutions. What resolutions I should add in my resume, but we are forgetting about the basic structure of a resume. That is one major challenge where your resumes are not getting shortlisted. And guess what? AI tools are scrutinizing your resumes. Earlier, what say? Earlier, your HRs are scrutinizing your resumes, but now when a company is getting when a company's what's a platform is getting loaded with hell lot of resumes, they're scrutinizing all those resumes with some of these AI tools. And if your resume is not falling into what's a proper strategy, the AI tool is rejecting it. That's one of the reason why we are not getting calls, team. Okay, like Jenkins, Kubernetes, and Docker, also same like platform. Again, we see notifications on. Yeah, of course, we can integrate Abu Bakr. I'm 2022 passed out. Will it help to join your program? Sure, Rajshekhar, you can join. And uh, uh, trust me, guys, add AI skill set for your what's say projects. Definitely, your what's say profiles get very much shortlisted. Okay, because companies are constantly looking for individuals with a skill set of cloud, AI, and DevOps. You are a fresher, you got to apply for your job this way, prioritizing more of your cloud resolutions, next DevOps, and then AI. Don't directly apply for DevOps jobs. You got to put your resume this way with one good amount of what's a cloud skill set, DevOps resolutions, and then AI resolutions, right? And if you go by that approach, definitely your resumes gets shortlisted. Yes, Lakshman, of course, because Copilot here, I didn't discuss much about Copilot today, but yeah, it's very much possible for us to develop what's a pipelines. Let's say create a Jenkins pipeline for an entire CI/CD implementation. It creates us a complete CI/CD pipeline now. Have a look. All we got to do is get that template and add our content in those respected sections. Boom, we're done. Likewise, create a simple what's a script to script that creates EC2 instances in cloud. In cloud, okay. I want a Terraform script, and it does create as a Terraform script. Likewise, create a Python program that creates any S3 bucket. Yes, there we go. With Python Boto 3. Yeah, it's possible for us to create a S3 bucket. So this way, when you rely on your AI tools, your jobs are getting way much, you're getting way much productive, team, because you're getting a complete outline, and in that outline, you're adding your resolutions or your content, and that's it. Your jobs are getting very much simplified. Okay. So again, Raj Shekhar, so since you're adding 2+ years of experience, coming to, as I said, in Bangalore, the same guy, I mean, with 2 years of experience, he cracked a job with a 16 LPA. One of the guy, he cracked a job with 14 LPA, right? So it depends on organizations too, Rajshekhar, like which organization are you applying the job at? What's a startup companies got their own package, what's a bracket, and MNCs got their own what's a package bracket. So definitely you get paid a lot if you're having a good skill set. That's important. Yeah, your skill should speak out. Based on that, you definitely get a very good package, Rajshekhar. Okay, so difference between GitOps, DevOps, and DevSecOps. DevOps is a process that we implement, that we do in entire software development to release with various tools. Not only Jenkins, Maven, Nexus, Tomcat, SonarQube. There are various tools in the market with which using all those what's a combination of tools you can implement DevOps. GitOps using what's a GitHub platform and using some of the what's a predefined cloud services you're carrying out your what's a DevOps activities. That is GitOps. What's a where the areas of focus is more towards your GitHub, and your activities are all related to Microsoft based services. That is GitOps team. And DevSecOps, this is where you leverage more on your what's say security areas. DevSecOps is all about you putting more what's say more focus towards the security over your applications. Guess what? An application when delivered to the client, now how are you making the application of the client not exposed to any scammers or any hackers? So what should you do in order to make your application not exposed to any hackers or scammers? You got to ensure that the application is hack proof, and your what's say the systems of your of the client does not have any ports open. So all cyber security related concepts when you induce into DevOps, that is nothing but a DevSecOps area, Lakshman. Okay. I have career gap 2 years. Will I get a job with DevOps in Canada location? But I have past 8 years experience with protocol testing skills, certified CCNA. For sure, Vijaya. The thing is, when you're planning to get into DevOps, obviously your operational skill set of having exposure in networking, likewise your Linux skill set. If you're more into operations, all that skill set definitely helps you a lot. But to be honest, since you are in Canada, if you can manage that career gap with any fake experience, I would say, I should not recommend, but saying, if you can manage that 2 years of experience with something like, say, a 2 years of profound gap you took to enhance your skill set, if you can manage that way, yes, you can add this DevOps skill set and what say update yourself, get a job in Canada, Vijaya. There are a lot of job positions open. As I taught a lot of students in Canada, yeah, they are now working DevOps engineers in Canada. So not a big deal, Vijaya. And I would suggest you to do one more certification, like AWS Cloud, what's a solutions architect or so. If you do one certification, since you are in the other country, certifications do speak a lot, Vijaya. So thereby you get easily you easily get into DevOps platform. Okay. Does your course cover all applications that are involved in DevOps? Yeah, of course, of course, of course. We cover Maven, Nexus, Tomcat, SonarQube. So over here you can find team. This is the list given. Linux and Shell, of course, you're getting it as a separate course though. Git and GitHub, Maven, Nexus, Tomcat, SonarQube, Jenkins, Docker Swarm, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible, AWS, and miscellaneous services like Prometheus, Grafana, and Python Docker automation. This morning itself, I did a Python, I did a Python, some use cases here, explain to some of the students. Like without you reaching to your Jenkins platform, from Python, you can run your Python programs to build jobs in Jenkins. See, I'm running a Python program here, team. And now what happens? The job gets executed over over Jenkins here. So how to add programming skill set to DevOps so that you get your you get benefited a lot and you do things way much faster, right, team? So over here, let's say I want to create some 10 jobs here in this Jenkins platform. Now to create 10 jobs, obviously it's going to take some time, right? Obviously it's going to take some time. But what if I ask here Copilot how to, or let's say, write a Python program, Jenkins Python module added, that creates let's say 10 Jenkins, what's a freestyle jobs. I'm raising a query here, team. Now have a look. So it's giving us a complete what's a program. Now all I got to do is copy this entire what's a program, and what I would do, let me go back to my what's a to this platform here, which is what's a yeah, this platform we call it as yeah, what is this? I believe it's JetBrains. No, 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 no. Yeah, fine team. So I think it's a yeah, PyCharm. Sorry, my bad. PyCharm. It's a new Python file, and here I'm going to create a Python file. Let's a new file, .py, and over here I'm going to add all this entire what's a script generated by my AI tool, and all I got to do is here add some content, right? Like let's say here if I go to jenkinsjobs.py, let me go get some content from here from this jenkinsjob.py. Yeah, team. So all I got to do is let me just copy this snippet of code, include it in this new file.py, import, the file that we created right now, this one, right? Yeah. Over here, team, I'm going to add this part, import Jenkins, and now here, server is equal to jenkins of what's say, I'm going with a username, password, and here I got to change my Jenkins URL. Let me just go get my Jenkins URL. This is my Jenkins applications URL. Added over here, public IP colon 8080. Username Prashant, password Prashant, and that's it. Let's go save it. Scroll down and down and down and run this project. New file.py. So here, team, all I do is let's say Python space new Python space dot forward slash new file.py. Go ahead, team, jump to Jenkins and refresh it, and you find the jobs getting created. New job 1, new job 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just have a look. Let's we refresh it Jenkins though. Should load, and once it's loaded, you should find various what's a projects created in one go. See here, freestyle job 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why so? I've written a Python program here, and this program is going to create me multiple jobs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, total 10 jobs, right? So listed are 5 here. If I refresh, again, I find 5 more jobs added over here, team. Okay, so that's what, friends. Now, as I said, when you're getting into the field of IT, always remember two skill sets, you learning them, you won't regret. One is Python and the second is Linux shell scripting and networking basics. No matter you want to get into IT, what's say into DevOps or big data or data science or cyber security or whatever it is, even Excel programming you want to get into, definitely your these two skill sets definitely help you a lot. Linux and Python programming team. Okay, so I'll cover all these examples and I'll make you comfortable doing your DevOps activities faster and more efficient and more productive. Yeah, not just faster, but also you do your activities more faster, efficiently, and more effectively, and you being more productive too. Yeah, team. So, yeah, questions again. Let me just check. Do you have any a course that covers Azure as well? So, Lakshman, during our what's a placement assistance program, we teach a project on Azure DevOps too. But if you want to exclusively get trained on Azure, yes, you can reach out to Naresh IT's website, where you find a plethora of courses offered by Naresh IT. You find a hell lot of courses offered by our organization here. So you can avail all the information from here, my dear friend. Okay, Java full stack .NET, Oracle, Python. Right, there are various what's say experienced trainers who are training, giving their best in all these various platforms. Okay, if you want to get what's it exclusive AWS trainings, yes, you can avail from here. Just click over there, you get all the details, and our team will get back to you and update you for whatever the course you're looking at. Yeah, team. So, so this is all about my course here. DevOps with AWS. So it's starting effective Monday, team, 23rd. 23rd effective Monday. We're starting with our DevOps course. So 9 a.m. to 10:30 is the timing, and again 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. is what's a Linux training duration. Yeah. So again, Anvesh, how much Python is required? It depends, Anvesh. No need of extreme programming in DevOps. Remember that you don't need to be a pro or a wizard in DevOps, in development. No need of extreme coding knowledge, but if you know the basics of shell scripting and Python scripting, basics like what's a how to write a for loop, if condition, while loop, and how to create variables, how to write interactive scripts where when you run a script, the script asks you like, hey, what do you want me to do? And if you give some input value, the script should perform things according to your inputs. So if you know such inputs, that is sufficient, dear friend. That's sufficient. Okay. And yeah, so Clement, you're from Nigeria. Welcome, Clement. And the timings, IST, Clement, it's IST, not GMT. The time is IST. Okay. And teams, we are so, we are so blessed with the advent of AI, in this current generation. Back then, when I was learning things, it was very difficult to learn any programming language because of its complex nature. But now, see, I'm just writing a query and I'm getting, I'm doing astounding activities here. I did not create a website from scratch, but the same if we were to do, in real time with a regular skill set, that takes a lot of time. Even writing this simple program, this program here, it takes a lot of time for us. But with the advent of AI, things are happening so fast. So let's leverage and let's put more effort towards AI too. And remember one thing: don't don't believe in rumors. People say that AI is ruling the world and AI is taking our jobs away. No, dear friends, the person with AI knowledge is stealing our jobs. So make sure the more we invest our time in AI, the more we are opening gates for ourselves to get opportunities in IT. Okay, so as we progress, we you get to know more about our course and more and more details about our course curriculum and everything. Okay, so I hope you got benefited from this session. If yes, I appreciate all of you for spending your valuable time and gaining few insights from our session today. Yep. If anyone's willing to, as I said, there is this course starting effective Monday, 23rd onwards, where I'm the trainer. I'm going to teach you DevOps, AWS, and AI, and you're getting Linux as an add-on. And post course, you're getting a placement assistance program too. Okay, so yeah, team. So let's ensure that if you're serious about your career, you want to get the most out of this training course, I'll be there helping you in all possible ways I can. Yeah. So that we continue on a we continue with our classes on a serious note, effective Monday. If anyone's willing to get enrolled, you can check with our management or join for some of the classes effective Monday, so that once you join few sessions, you get an idea, then you can take a decision, team, right? So that is all from our end, team, for the day, and we'll see you. We'll come up again with some more interesting content in the future. Yeah. Thank you, team. Thank you so very much for your time. I'll see you next time. Thank you all. Both, Lakshman, we'll focus both DevOps as well as AWS. We'll focus both on them. Well, the training fee is 16,000 without recordings, Clement, without recordings, and it's going to be 21,000 for with recordings. Yeah, with recordings. If you want to avail, it's 21,000 there. And daily class notes, everything I'll provide you this way. These are current. Some of the batches? What I do is, whenever I teach something for them, I'll post all the content in their classes directly here, so that all my students, they avail these documentations and practice, in their free time. So we got around 75 students here in the 7:30 batch. All those students, what they do, whenever I teach some subject, Directly within the class itself, I take screenshots and prepare a documentation, and they just take advantage of that. Like say today we discussed about Jenkins Slack, right? So how to integrate Jenkins with Slack? I took some screenshots, added this documentation this way, so that my teams, they follow the same in their practice and get benefited of. And the same is what's applicable for you too when you're what's joining the course, right, team? So that is all, dear friends, for this session today. And YouTube link for this session, I'm not really sure of, dear friend, because it should get processed and then it is uploaded into YouTube. So we are not sure of when we get this YouTube link. I'll talk to the management and ask the management to forward the YouTube link as early as possible to you. Okay. No, Lakshman. Azure, we got various trainers. They are going to train you on Azure. Yeah. I'm focused totally on DevOps, AWS, AI, and cybersecurity too. These are my areas. What say? These are the areas I got very good exposure at. Yep. Well, team, that's all for now. Happy weekend. I'll see you again on Monday. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.